Oh, we're going online. Hey, we're live now. Good morning, everybody, and Happy New Year. Oh, poor dogs.
And they had a rough night, I guess.
Yeah,
They're listening to fireworks.
yeah.
Well, that's over.
Well, thank God for that. I mean, we had some kids, or I don't know what it was, but they were going out like at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, firing firecrackers and rockets and who knows what.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, but
Yeah, same thing here. They started about 5 p.m. yesterday, and they went on until about 3 this morning. There you go, Dan.
oh, wait a minute. Let me lock you on. United States Navy. Hey, that looks cool.
But that was laser etched into the acrylic.
Cool.
And that was at 1,500 millimeters per minute.
Yeah.
Speed. So cranked it right up, and it did good, and etched right nice into it.
Yeah, that looks really cool, man. That brings me to an idea. If I already had that setup that you have, I think the first thing that I would have done with an acrylic is do the U.S. Army emblem, and then a second do the U.S. Air Force emblem, because the Air Force, that's where my stepfather came from.
Yep. My dad was in the Army.
Yeah.
During Korea.
Ah.
He's a Korean vet.
Cool.
But he did basically what I did, except he was an operator.
Yeah.
He was in the Signal Corps.
Signal Corps.
Yep.
Good. Oh, so let me point the camera down to my desk. See if that'll work.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, get the camera out of the way and go into OBS.
And if you can move the printing printer to the opposite side, you'll be able to see the model better.
Yeah. Let me just set it up with that one here. And move my mouse up a little bit. Okay, there's the two parts that I already printed, right?
Yep.
This is the one that I printed last night.
And you might need to turn a light on. It's kind of dark.
Let me see here. Use the studio light for it.
There you go.
Okay, use the studio light. Yeah, that's the first two parts that I printed. I glued them together already. And I had this part right here.
Yep.
Yeah, but I had to print this one. This one, that's going to come right there. I can't glue them together yet until those three parts are printed that I have printing right now on the bed. And this one will come somewhere like that. I mean, normally I could glue these two pieces together. These two right here, I could glue them together, but because there's a curve right here, and the curve right here, and the curve right here, that's the big part that's being printed on the printer.
You're better off waiting.
I'm better off waiting to see just exactly, because when I was gluing these two together, I was pushing those things in like a dog and holding it for something like 10 minutes. It glued perfectly here.
Yep.
it glued almost perfectly here, but I do have a little bit of a crack right there. So either I'm going to have to put a little bit of putty in that and then paint that brown or something like that, you know?
You don't have a 3D. You don't have a 3D pen.
Yeah, I've got a 3D pen. You're bringing me to an idea right now. Yeah, do that.
I'd fill it with the brown.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of brown filament extra, or let's say enough. Yeah, so
Yep.
that I can fill that up there. Yeah, that's going to be a good idea. Oh, one of your dogs woke up. A cleaning session.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this part right here, that sits in like that somehow. But how it's supposed to be supported here up front, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the rocket goes on that.
Yeah. Because this thing has two flat sides on it. But I don't see how, how this is supposed to be somehow glued together or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be something like that. And then the rocket, where's that hole? There's that hole. Oh yeah. I mean, the rocket is sitting on it like that, and then oh yeah, there's that curved part down on the bottom. So that might be so that I'll have to glue this curved part down on the bottom like that, somehow.
Yep.
That might hold it. I don't know. But yeah, then you got the rocket. It's gonna be glued on. Where's that slot? Come on now. Get in there. There you go. It's going to be setting something like that. And then there's some indents where I think Groot will be standing right here and here. And, then the cloud's going to be over here, and then this part's going to be something like that. And then you got a rocket coming up from it. Yeah, I mean, this thing's going to really be interesting. And for all of them, as you can see, it's going to be big. Looks like I might have to find a place on my coffee table or somewhere to put this thing down,
Yep.
Oh yeah. But I mean, it's really going to be interesting. Hey, Michael Castle. Hey, good morning, Minnesota Maker. Good morning. Happy New Year to y'all.
Happy New Year, guys. I should bring up the
chat, huh?
The video, the YouTube, so I can chat.
Yeah, there you go.
Say hello to everybody.
Yeah, and oh yeah, I mean, this thing's getting to be big. But yeah, have to wait till those three parts are finished. Then I can start gluing the base completely together. Then after that, I can print the arms and legs for the Groot. Yeah, the Groot, he's going to be standing something like this. He'll be standing something like that on that model. Hey, Scott. Good morning. Happy New Year. Yeah, normally today Ricky would be streaming, but I don't know what's going on. Might be he was playing, singing till who knows when this morning, having a good time. So it looks like I might have to do the Tuesday stream. But
Yeah, but locked on me.
oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be losing people there.
Yeah, but just to give y'all an idea how far I am right now. Not sure if you guys saw that.
There you go, guys.
Yeah.
That's what a 4-watt laser does to Lexan at 1,500 millimeters per minute. So very, very fast.
That's cool.
Catches it deep enough that you can use the rubbing buff on it to make it stand out.
Yeah, and there you go. You can see on my desk right here the parts that are for the base. Right now I'm printing the last 3 parts. One part comes here. Another part comes over here. And where that third part comes, I'm not really sure. But we'll find out. Scott wants to know, what was your rate there, D? Huh? Ah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there you can see it a little bit. Yeah, and then this on here. And the rocket, that's going to be mounted something like this. I'm not exactly sure how, because I don't know, I might be missing something. There's a curved part here on the plate, and then the struts on the side, but when I put this thing down into it, I'm not exactly sure how that thing is supposed to be glued on, or I mean, there's no support up here on the front for this, so I'm not sure exactly how that is supposed to be done. That's something that I'll have to find out when I get the rest of the parts printed. Oh yeah. Yeah, but my back is killing me today. I don't know. Might not be enough morphine going in today. Oh, 07-2. 07-2, yes. Oh, it's Amy E5, huh? I was in the DC at Navy crew. Did grooms and tech assistant. Yeah. Is Mike alive? Oh, that's a good question. Who knows? Maybe I'll have to send him a hangout meeting on his channel. See if he's. Yeah. Good question. He might be still sleeping. I mean,
Yeah, he's still sleeping.
Probably went long last night. I was watching Inside the Mind of Matt's video today with the hangouts and what he was doing. I mean, Mike was there, but Matt, he kind of made it short. I think he was only on something like 2 hours or something like that. And then saying everybody go over to Tom's stream. But I wanted to take a look at Tom's stream, see how it was going there. And now you can't even watch it. It's unlisted, you know.
Yeah, they had a good little party time there.
Yeah. Oh, and how's it going with everything downstairs?
It's getting there.
It's getting there, huh? And I wish I had another place where I could say, you know, I have some kind of a extra room. We got a bunch of copyright strikes, like 20 of them. Oh man. Yeah, that's probably because of all the music videos and everything that everybody was showing and stuff like that, you know. I mean, you got to be careful with that stuff today, especially with that Article 13, you know. You got to be really careful. I mean, okay, YouTube told me that because of my live stream, you know, I don't have to worry about it. I can keep it live. So if you want to see it, it's over there in the Hangouts ordner or a Hangout playlist. It's over there. But yeah, I mean, it's only because we're showing a video about fireworks and talking about fireworks. Yeah. Which is something I can't understand because normally, I mean, showing a video like that or something like that, that's from interest. And who knows, we might have got some people who was watching that go over there to Las Vegas just so they can see it live. But that's no interest for them. Ah, you showed something like that. Now, but showing, I mean, he always has to put his videos as unlisted because he's always running music videos there. Yeah. And
The thing of it is, YouTube, they go ahead and they use everybody's video, and it's even in their thing that they have the right to use any parts of the videos that you put up.
yeah.
But if you go ahead and put a video up or use it as to do any comments or anything of that nature, then they want to hit you with a copyright strike.
Yeah, but who can hit YouTube with a copyright strike?
Oh, nobody.
Yeah.
Like I said, they're just pushing themselves to become a paid subscription service.
Yeah. In that minute, when it becomes a paid subscription service, I can guarantee you, I'm not going to be here on YouTube anymore. I'll be over there on Twitch, just like everybody else. I mean, okay, we have to have a couple 100,000 or 1,000,000 people that say, hey, you know, send a message to Twitch and say, hey, make some kind of a hangout link or something like that so that we can invite people into a hangout there. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to be a Google Hangout. It can be some kind of a hangout, what they implement, you know. But yeah, I mean, when they do that, and one thing's for sure, they're going to be getting a lot of people over there. And YouTube's going to be missing a couple million.
Well, the thing of it is they think people are going to go ahead and pay for the service to keep watching some of their favorite vloggers and stuff like that. But
yeah. I mean, that sure is a lot unfair, you know, to everybody else. What YouTube is doing there, because the only thing they're doing is they're helping out the YouTubers that are over 100,000 and more.
well, the thing of it is they, you know, they're of that mindset. They don't need the little people on there.
Yeah, but it's the little people that help the large people grow. That's
But,
yeah,
the large people were little at one time.
yeah, yeah. I mean, really, you got to think the little people. They're the ones that help the large people grow up and be bigger, you know. But if all the little people lose their interest because it's a paid service, none of the big people are going to get any bigger. They're going to get smaller and smaller because they're going to lose 100,000 subscribers at once, you know, or more. And then
there's a lot of guys that I used to watch out there that all their stuff got demonetized.
Yeah.
Just because they said the word gun.
Oh.
You know, in the video they said gun. And now they got to say, okay, well, it's a toy or it's this or that, because YouTube's algorithm hears that word and then strikes against it and demonetizes the videos.
Uh-huh. Yeah, YouTube hasn't done anything with me right now, but, you know, because you were showing off some of the models that you have, you know. I mean, if YouTube does that, then YouTube's going to get a bad word to hear from me.
Well, and the thing of it is a lot of their big places, you know, a lot of their big money makers that are out there, they did a lot of that, you know.
Yeah.
And now they don't want it. Now they're trying to shut everything down.
Mm-hmm.
This politically correct BS is just gone way too far.
Yeah, really. Really.
I mean, they're treating people like they got to be, you know, handled with kid gloves because everybody gets offended.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but, you know, it's not correct what they're doing. I mean,
well, and they don't put it this way. If somebody doesn't like a video, don't watch it.
Yeah.
Don't sit there and complain and get it taken down.
Yeah. I mean, that was really interesting what Matt, you know, telling everybody, wait, before you guys say anything, I have to say something, you know. And then he started with his political statement, so to say. Yeah. Afterwards, everybody knew exactly what he was talking about. But yeah, and I mean, you can go over there and you can watch this video, no problem, you know.
What it comes down to is there's no more personal responsibility.
Yeah. I'm just wondering what's going to happen in February. In February with YouTube, that's when they're going to do their second purge action.
Well, most of that they're talking about is BS. There's nothing that's really going to happen.
Who knows? I mean, they might go and they might check all the channels again and see every so-called zero subscriber. Yeah, that's a subscriber that doesn't have any content, you know, who's just going around and subscribing. And let's say he watches maybe the one or other video, but he's not watching every one of your videos. Yeah. they might say, okay, if he watches 2 or less from hit that guy's video, delete him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And there's a lot of people that create account and have no videos on their channel and stuff because they want to be able to get in there and watch other people's stuff and be able to donate to them, because unless you're signed up and have a basically a channel and signed up with YouTube, you can't even donate to anybody.
yeah, yeah,
So what are they going to do? Boot all those people too?
yeah. Who knows? I mean, we even have a couple here. Yeah. Like Jake, for instance, he doesn't have any videos up, or wait a minute, is it Jake or a couple of the guys here in our family? You know, they don't have any videos up yet. They're still working on that. You know. Or Scott, for example, yeah, he says he doesn't create any content.
Well, that's, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you know, who knows?
But you shouldn't be punished because you don't.
Yeah, really. But who knows what YouTube will do there?
Like I said, everything I've been reading from the insider info is they're just looking to go to a subscription service, sort of like Netflix or Hulu or something of that nature.
Yeah. Yeah. What happened to Google? Google had to delete their Google Plus service because something that they did that they weren't allowed to.
Well, YouTube had their Red, or what they call the Prime,
Yeah.
which doesn't show any commercials on any, and then they start crying that they've lost money. It's like, you know, you got to have it one way or the other. You can't offer somebody something commercial free and then make them pay for it per month, and then cry that you're not making any money.
Yeah, really. I mean, if you want to make some kind of a service, then I say, okay, you can make that service, but make it something like, you know, you can test it out for half a year or 3 months or whatever before you have to pay anything, you know. And then those people, they can check it. But if you want to do something like that, you have to pay for it right off the bat.
Well, I just figure it this way. I mean, I'm not on there to make money off of it. I just like doing the 3D printing and helping people out.
Yeah. But I mean, you got to think, we guys, we're always here. Trying, just like Scott says, you know, he's learning so much from us, you know, in the one way or another for 3D printing. And that's why we're here, you know, trying to help each other out. And, you know, we're just little guys, yeah? But, I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see what happens. We're definitely going to have to wait and see what happens.
It's the Tom Lama.
What is up?
Hey, Tom lives.
Oh yeah. Hell, I've been up since like 5:30 this morning.
Wait a minute. We can hardly hear you.
What went from?
Were you guys still on there?
Well, looks like Ricky is not making a live stream today, so yeah, we decided we'd start one up, you know, just to see how everybody's going. And it looks like you survived.
Too crazy last night.
Yeah, but I wanted to watch your stream last night, and at first off, then I got some kind of a message that said something about it because of the content. I cannot watch it over here on the other side of the pond. and then a couple of minutes later, you know, after watching inside the mind of Matt, I wanted to go over to your channel because he said, yeah, everybody go over there. I'm going to be quitting now. You know, I think it was 2 hours or something like that. What he did. Yeah, and I went over to your channel, and then all of a sudden, it said, no in-haul.
Blocked worldwide. That's what it says.
Block worldwide.
Block worldwide.
Oh man.
Yeah, my email this morning was packed. I put it on Twitter. It was just packed with YouTube violations. I just had like 50 of them. I just deleted them all, and I deleted the video. There was one I posted on Twitter. It was funny. It was there's a YouTube violation for shots. We're like, what? Shots are like copyrighted now?
As probably because of all the music videos that you guys had running.
Yeah, well, Sean keeps playing the music, which I don't care other than whatever. The only reason I don't like the music playing in the background like he does is it's just such crappy sound quality that it's obnoxious.
Yeah, really. Really.
And, you know, he's playing it through a phone, which is already crappy in the first place, and then it's going back through through crappy mics, through crappy speakers. It's like he's just like broken up crap. It was fun. We had a good time.
Hey, Steve U is here, and Jake, of course. I think I forgot.
Yeah, Jake even got on there.
And Happy New Year, Tom.
We got Jake live in person streaming last night.
Wow.
Yeah, he is not the person I thought he was.
Nay? He didn't have any type of prison clothing on? There's a link.
What's up? I didn't know you were in here.
There's the link for the Hangout, guys, if you want to come jump in.
Matt has it. How does Matt have it up, man? They blocked mine. I couldn't even. What's even pissing me off worse was I was going to download it and do a highlights and just do some clips and stuff that doesn't get very much because most of it wasn't very clean. But I was going to do a couple of highlights of I really wanted to get Matt dancing is what I wanted because he kept dancing with his little pajama pants there. And it wouldn't let me download it. It says blocked for content, can't touch it, under review. I was just like, you know what, delete it.
Would have been nice to have a picture of Matt with his thing impression.
Yeah. Skidoo needs help on his ender.
I have a dual camera stream going right now. I assembled the other day and got no power or nothing. Oh, what are you working on that Ender Pro?
You get no power, no or nothing. So someone suggested taking power swipe supply.
Oh, what, you're streaming right now?
Sure, it was hooked up right. Huh.
You're restreaming? Streaming and restreaming?
Oh, wait a minute. 8 minutes ago. Huh?
I'm going to have to go look and see what Matt's got.
Ink in a new tab.
Why isn't it coming up? I'm subscribed to him. I know I am. Is it one of those they deleted my subscription? You know, I noticed a lot of people they deleted my subscription from.
Oh. Oh.
How come it's not even showing? Oh, because I got to do
I'm just wondering if you can see anything with your sunglasses on. That must have been a hard night.
Yeah, I'm subscribed. Why isn't it showing?
That must have been a hard and long night.
What, last night? I don't see it. It's not up there.
Huh?
I was looking on Matt's channel to see if he had it.
No, Sean was live. Skidoo was live.
Oh, he is?
Yeah. Oh, that's a thin power supply.
Now I gotta open it up and check over there.
Yeah. that is a thin power supply. Is that thing set to 110? Because that's got
Hey, there, go join the hangout, Sean.
Yeah.
You don't even have to join this. You can keep broadcasting. Just join this hangout, and we can see what the hell you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's into that stuff I'm no good at anyways. The electrical and the mechanical stuff, I can make it all fancy and do all kinds of moves. But when it comes to hooking up the wires and seeing what's live and what's not, the only thing I know to do is put your finger in there. If you get shorted out, it works.
Yeah, a lot of those power supplies
when
come
you get
from
whacked
over.
by 110 or 220, it hurts.
Yeah.
About as much as I know about the electronics of this stuff.
Well, I know 110, that hurts. But over here, you get 220 on your fingers, you're going to know it. You are going to know it if you get 220 on your fingers. And then when you're hooking up a stove in the kitchen, you got to be really careful because you got 360 running on that thing. And I mean, you got to be really careful there.
Yeah. You know, the funny thing, I still haven't had a cup of coffee yet.
Yeah. Well,
look at that. I might have to go get me one right now.
Yeah, I took a sleeping pill last night. I went to bed. I think it was 12:30 after the major of the fireworks were done and everything. I was looking out the window a little bit, you know. And then I thought, okay, no, it's only a rocket there, a rocket there, a rocket there. Okay, now you can go to bed. I took a sleeping pill just before that, you know. And I went to bed. I know I fell asleep, but somewhere around 3 o'clock in the morning, I woke up again because somebody was firing firecrackers and rockets again.
That was my sleeping pill right there. I drank this whole freaking bottle.
Ouch.
I opened it on live stream and I killed it on live stream.
Was that a wine?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I wouldn't have drank hard alcohol doing something like that. Normally I drink rum and cokes, but
yeah,
if I start drinking rum and cokes doing that kind of stuff, I'd be puking right now.
Yeah, no, but I woke up around 3 o'clock, then it was around 4 o'clock, and then around 5 o'clock. And when I finally woke up and felt like I got to bed, I looked at the clock, and it was almost 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I thought, uh-oh, well, time to get up, turning everything on.
I had crap I was going to do today, and I'm just not going to do any of it.
Yeah, take a look over there in Facebook. And, oh, God. About 50 messages over there. Everybody saying Happy New Year. And then having to answer them all back. But you know what? You got to be careful. If you have a Happy New Year posting, and then you want to, and you start sending that to all your buddies, you know, messenger. As soon as you get to the 100 mark and you do the 101st mark, Facebook will throw you out. And then you get the message, it seems like somebody hacked your channel and is spamming everybody or something like that, you know? And then I had to go through the whole damn procedure, Facebook, you know, logging in again and then identifying at least 5 of my friends according to pictures. And then I had to put in a new password. And that after all that bullshit was done, I was able to get back into Facebook. I'm just wondering how many other thousands of people are having the same problem with Facebook at this morning. trying to tell me that seems like somebody hacked your channel.
Smashing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh yeah.
You're downloaded off of Pinshape. Good for it.
How far along is he now? Okay, voltmeter.
YouTube. New Year's Eve party. It's just had a copyright owner has claimed. There's not even any title on what was copyrighted. Oh, shots. Baby Got Back got copyrighted. What else? God Bless America. Soul to Squeeze. What's up?
Oh, there's
hey,
not.
I can't believe Hey got copyrighted. Up in Smoke. Rehab. Devil's Playground. Ape Man. I forgot we were playing Ape Man. I just can't believe they copyrighted Shots. Didn't even know there was a song called Shots.
Huh. There's the 110 going in and only 12 volt hooked up to it going out to the control board. I mean, that looks nice and clean.
I'm going to go make some coffee and do a few things I need to do.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Okay. Take care of yourself there, Tom. No, but when I see that power supply from Sean, take a look at my power supply. I mean, he's only got 110 coming in, and then he's got the 24 volt going out to the controller, and that's it. But I got here connections. That's for the fans that were inside the box. And this one's probably for fan that was for the extruder cooling or something like that. I don't know. But I mean, his looks really clean. And if he doesn't have any power to the controller, you know, all he has to do is just turn that thing on and then measure the 12 volt output to see if he's got 12 volt output on it. If he doesn't have that, then there's something wrong with the power supply. And I would say either it's connected to 110 and it has the 220 on the side switched, or maybe the fuse inside the power supply. What's the decimal point? Yeah, 0.005. Oh, where's he messing that from? Where is he getting that reading from? Oh yeah. No, but as you can see up there in the corner, I'm printing the last 3 pieces for my base. As soon as that's done, I'm gonna start gluing them together so that I can say the base is finished. Oh, this is this is an 8-hour print that I'm running here. Yeah, but Mr. D, what you got planned today? Uh-oh. Looks like he's busy typing. Okay. He's over there. Oh.
There's no chat all over the place, though. So you did one button.
Hey, people. Happy New Year.
That's me. Oh, that's my other goal this year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but yeah, let's see. I mean, Shum's got a lot of guys over there in the chat right now trying to figure out what it is, what he has for a problem. And
Yeah, trying to tell them just I can give them a call and walk them through it. Just watch the video on the screen.
yeah. Is he paying attention to what you write?
Okay, I want to check the AC power first. Yeah, I froze. I tried to flip. I hit a button that said community. I was trying to figure out how to send the Hangout thing, and it froze me up, locked me out for a minute. So, sorry about that. Okay.
Oh, man. Got to pull out a little bit of support from underneath. Right. Not gone. Huh? Sounds good. Call me on Messenger. There you go. Oh, yeah. What's going on here? Oh, come on now. Unfortunately, got a little bit of blue tape that stuck onto the bottom of this print, which I don't really mind, but yeah. A little bit too much. Especially on the edges where I have to clean up anyway, especially when you think I'm going to be gluing this together. Oh, there's a rim. It has to be cut off. Oh yeah, there's a rim over there too. On my skirt. It's got to be removed. Seems to be good. Yeah. Okay, now that's clean. Something like that. Now, yesterday I got these two parts put together. Hey, Al. Hey. How you doing? And Happy New Year. Yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah, you know, I got this already printed, and then last night got this part printed, and that goes on. Yeah, that goes on here. Bend the camera down a little bit so that you can see it. Yeah, there we go. And this part, this goes on here. And then from the parts that I'm printing right now, those are the last three parts for the bottom display. big part goes in here. Then another part connects on here and comes out, because here's where that smoke cloud comes, where a rocket is going up in the air. You know, this part is sitting something like right here. Groot is standing over here. And then this rocket is mounted something like right here. So it's going to be really interesting to see what this thing looks like. Hey, Mario. Hey there. And a Happy New Year. How you doing? No, but last couple of days I did get some of the parts printed for the Groot and rocket display. You can see right there. Yeah. Yeah, there's some of the rocket and Groot display parts. There's the big part that's being printed right now that comes here, another part that comes over here, and then the third part is connected here and comes over, like, you know, around around the smoke cloud here. So yeah, it's getting there. It is getting there. Just have to wait a couple of more hours until those prints are finished. Big brain heart, yeah. Just recovered last night. Yeah. Oh yeah, and Mario, Feliz Navidad too. Ah, you got both on, yeah. Yeah, let me see here. How's Sean doing there? Well, Sean looks like he had a long night. He definitely looks like he had a long night. I hope Mr. D can help him out to get that figured out with the electric. For some reason, Sean can't get that new Ender 3 Pro up and running. This is the camera for the Octoprint. But I do have a little bit of a cold from Monday when I went over to the grocery store. It wasn't too warm outside. I disassembled it and put my case. The photos on Discord. Okay. Let me check it out. Cool. Uh-huh. Yeah, that looks nice and clean. That looks nice and clean. Yeah, Mr. D, did he have that thing set on 110?
Even salvageable off this thing, or should I just toss it?
Yeah, it's just a bad supply.
Huh?
It's just a bad power supply.
Oh, man.
All right, well, I'm going to put this printer back and bring another one out here. I might as well keep working. There's so many printers that need work right now.
Yeah.
I got to put a thermistor in MK3, so I got to figure that out. I've got to put this extruder on our Ender 3, not the Pro. Yeah, Pro. Professional piece of shit that it is at the moment.
Oh. You know, for a doctor's office, that would be cool. Of course, that would be cool, especially if you dress it up like for Halloween or something. Yeah, Mr. D, was there a fuse in the power supply?
Well, it's the first time we bought directly from Reality.
Those power supplies have the fuse.
It was a Black Friday deal.
Actually,
$50 cheaper than Amazon.
Right on the motherboard.
Yeah.
Right on the power supply board. It's a soldered on fuse.
Oh shit.
Covered.
That's not good at all.
So yeah, they're
Yeah, I know. I had to use it down. I've been watching
those thinner 24-volt power supplies. They're a decent supply, but if they're dead, then
you guys are old timers. You can't help
Can't
it.
do anything at all.
I mean, I could probably bring it back. They're easy to fix, but there's not really much we can do as far as,
Yeah.
You
know, kind of telling them what to do over a video. It's hard
Does
to.
the power supply on my Ender 2 work on the Ender 3? Like if I just took that one off, put it on here, am I good to go?
Oh, yeah. I think you need to send them your address and tell them to send you that power supply, and so that you can take a look at it and see if it's only a minor problem to fix. You know, you get that thing up and running.
Yeah. The Ender 2 is a 12-volt power supply. Ender 3s are 24.
Oh, Mario, what are you doing with your dog? you turned your dog into a duck or what?
Yeah. Yeah, the power supply is shit. Well, all right. Put this one up. Go grab the other one. Dude, this thing here, I don't know about this, dude. I mean, it's really cool, but the problem is it does not line up properly on the bed. Clarity of the magnets, just pick it one way or another, so it's just slightly skewed. I like skewed stuff, but not on my bed. I don't really know how to get the bed. I don't know.
But the yellow color is looks like he's got a couple of yellow spots on his head.
All right, let me go get another printer. Oh crap! I don't even know if you guys can hear me. I just noticed my phone mic not even anywhere near. There it is. Can you hear me now? Your blue paper. Yeah, safe tapes never worked for me. The tape, I had a blue one tape. I just never had any luck with that. We put CEI sheets down the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. All right. Yeah, I took the lapel mic off and sit down there. Look sure. All right, let me go get this one finished.
Oh man, a new printer and it's not working. That is a bummer. I'm looking to buy the 2208s. Any advice? Mr. D, what do you think of the 2208s?
The 2208s?
Yeah.
Man. Not a. They're all right. I mean, it's better than some of the cheaper ones, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of manufacturers out there that even the 2208s are so widely. The quality varies so damn much.
Yeah. Which ones would you say would be better? 2100, right?
On the Legex,
No, that's Info Mario. He's asking.
what
Which board are you using, Mario? €5 in AliExpress. Yeah, but on which board? What board are you using?
no Roomba.
Trigolia, Roomba, Ramps Mega.
Actually, I mean, the 2208s will work just fine.
Yeah.
Only thing I find out, if you don't get the voltage set just quite right, it tends to heat up the steppers.
Uh-huh.
Believe it or not, the old cheapies, the 4988s, are, they don't warm up and they keep the steppers nice and cool. So if you're going to do long prints, I mean, it's kind of, 6 in one and half a dozen in the other, because the 8825s, they tend to warm things up. The 2208s tend to warm things up.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2130s with the micro stepping and all that, all the new specialty stuff that's involved with those. I mean, it really takes some playing with them to get them really, really, really dependable for long prints.
Yeah.
So, I mean, some of the older steppers, even, like I said, just the standard, the 49 series are, I mean, they're still dead simple and they're just reliable.
Yeah. Yeah, Mario was saying he has a 4Max and he wants to speed up that printer. He's probably doing long prints on it, and he wants to cut down the print time.
Well, then he's going to have to stay with like 2208s.
Yeah. I mean,
definitely not the 8825s for trying to push the speed up, because that's definitely going to heat up the steppers.
Yeah.
You're going to have some kind of active cooling on the steppers if you try to push the speed way up.
Yeah. I mean, the LV 8729s that I ordered with the large board, I'm not sure if they'll work with other boards.
No, they'll work with the one he's got. I'd have to take a look. I think
they'll work, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, with the Roomba board here, I can.
You got some kind of a data sheet that you can look at there, Mr.
That's what I'm doing now. I'm taking a look to see if it'll work with the Roombas.
Yeah. Hold on, Mario. Hold on. Mr. D is looking for some information for you. You have the 8825s on the trunks, the Core XY, and they are badass. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, they're good, but I'm just not a big fan of the heat that they introduce into the steppers.
Yeah. Yeah, with the 8825s, you probably have to use a lot of active cooling on that board, right?
If he ever needs any 8825s, I've got there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 10 of the 8825s.
There you go, Mario. If you ever need an extra one, just contact Mr. D.
Yep, and I've got, even if you wanted to try them, I got the smoothers.
Yeah.
The 8 diode smoothers, which are part of the socket, not an external plug, so they're not just flopping around.
I think that's something I'm going to have to get when I start building the 300 by 600, huh?
Well, all depends. I mean, with the drivers that you're doing on that ledge, nah, it's not. Those smoothers won't really help.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm just wondering because of the size that I want to build, you know?
Yeah, the thing of it is even on the one I've got here, the 300 by 420 printer,
yeah,
I tried those smoothers on it.
And that didn't help, huh?
And there was no noticeable improvement.
Okay. Okay.
Let's see.
And NEMA with encoder? Question mark?
Current steps, phases, step A. Da, 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 da. I'm looking here to see what they. 12 volt 18 mega logic power board. Come on.
I got 20% refill. And that is looking like crap. I'm just wondering why.
Yeah, Don, those steppers will work too.
Huh?
Like those stepper drivers you got, they'll work on the Roomba board too.
Uh-huh. That's the LV 8026 LV 8729. LV
Yep.
8729. You might want to take a look at those, Mario. I use the factory big lathe machines with 10x, and they have a built-in encoder. The encoder has 360 divisions with 180 more division on each 1%. Wow.
Yeah, I'm 1 degree. Yeah.
At 1 degree, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of this stuff that's going with the optical encoders.
Yeah.
And that's just for detecting, it does away with all the layer shifting.
Wow.
Because you can't have a motor kind of move and jerk back and lose a step. It'll actually, it just detects lost steps.
Yeah.
Anything with an optical encoder is going to be better than the standard stuff.
Uh-huh.
But
yeah, that's at 0.0001 millimeter. I mean, they're talking about 100, talking about thousands of a millimeter, you know?
Well, like I showed you that place my son works that they make the multiple access beds for the CNCs.
Yeah.
The stuff they make is, what was it, down to either 5 or 10 micron repeatability.
Wow.
So.
Now that is absolutely cool.
Yeah, it's down to, way beyond the normal stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was trying to get Shom to just use Amazon as the refunding thing for his power supply.
Yeah.
There's nothing scummy about it because Meanswell takes the hit. It's there. I mean, that's the one thing good about the Ender Pro is it's a true Meanswell power supply.
It's a Meanswell, yep.
If he goes to Amazon and orders it and then exchange it with that one, it's not like, I mean, yeah, if the thing was a year old, I'd say, okay, that's scummy. But where it's brand new, Meanswell takes the hit, they'll take it back and service it. All you're doing is using Amazon 2-day shipping, which Amazon isn't. You're not even screwing Amazon because you pay for that 2-day shipping.
Yeah,
you pay a yearly charge for that, so you're just using them as a shipping partner.
yeah.
So there's nothing scummy or illegal or bad about exchanging a brand new item through Amazon, as long as it's a matching item. I mean, don't try and take a 24 volt 120 amp power supply and get a 24 volt 630 amp. Make sure it's the exact same matching model and everything.
Yeah, and they do have those exact power supplies.
Yeah, that's what I have actually. That's what I got right there. I put it on my little one when I put the Eingang board on my little i3. I got the Meanswell. It's exactly the same one as the Creality.
Well, the Meanswell, what I've read on those that thin format power supplies, is they've been known to have bad voltage select switches, and they've actually had some problems with the onboard fuse, the soldered onboard fuse.
Well, the Meanswell doesn't have a soldered on. It's actually got
it's got an inline now.
Yeah, it's got a little mini one.
Then they changed it up because
I'd tell them to open it up, but where it's brand new, again, I wouldn't open it up because then you're screwing your warranty. I would just exchange it through Amazon.
Exactly. Yep. Do not open it.
Then you don't have to deal with Creality. You don't have to, and you're not doing anything scummy. Like I said, it's not like it's 2 or 3 years old and you're trying to buy, exchange it for a new one.
Wow.
It's a brand new unit. It doesn't work. Meanswell is going to take the hit. It's their product. Amazon doesn't take the hit. Amazon just charges Meanswell for all the shipping and everything.
It's not like you're trying to exchange a Great Wall power supply for a Meanswell.
Yeah, and I mean, Meanswells are good power supplies.
Meanswell, that's the best. Really, that's the best on the market as far as consumer grade.
Yeah, yep, exactly. I've heard, I don't remember where, that's exactly what Meanswell does. If you contact Meanswell directly when you're in the States, because they're in Germany or they say just go to Amazon. Here's your Amazon. They'll give you a code. Yep. Amazon will ship you a new one. You put it in a box. You ship it back to Amazon, and they use Amazon as their shipping partner.
Yeah.
Because then their import-export fees are less.
Yeah, well, because they do the once a month bulk returns.
Yeah, right. So it just saves them money to do it through Amazon.
Yep.
And Amazon don't care. It just makes Amazon more and more popular. You're already paying for the Amazon shipping.
I know
monthly charge.
Because Meanswell, they actually have their own crates down here in Charleston.
Yeah.
Down at
they're actually the world's largest consumer grade power supply distributor, aren't they? Manufacturer.
Yeah, check the chat, Tom. Sean is right.
Oh, my chat's not scrolling for some reason.
Yeah. Okay, I'm over and beyond the power supply. I'm on the MK3 now, and I need help changing the thermistor. So what's up, Slackers? Come on. Someone sent me a link in a messenger for.
It'd be so much easier if we got on the Hangout with us where you can actually talk.
Yeah.
That's where I have the problem.
To do it with text.
Yeah, my eyes are shit. So.
Yeah, and he's using a little laptop camera, which it's not terrible, but it's not great either.
It's not the greatest, yeah.
Yeah. There you go, Sean. There's the link to the Hangout.
But you got to learn how to do that Hangout thing, Sean.
Yeah.
It's not hard. It's one button more than what you're doing now to do a live stream.
Yeah. I mean, so you're only going to
one extra button because it loads it all for you and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you're using a one camera because of the controls on it. OBS if you want to run duals, but
yeah, OBS is just a processor hog.
Oh,
there's another one out there that people keep saying it's not as good. It doesn't have as many features and crap for a freebie, but it's a lot less of a processor hog.
And that's with the new Ender 3 Pro, right? That's having the problems with the power supplies?
Yeah, the Enders are all Meanswell now, as of like a month or two ago. Everything. Even their regular ones, they've decided everything. I think they signed a contract with Meanswell.
all Creality printers now, from what I understand, are now going to be Meanswell power supplies.
That is strange.
No, that's good. Well, I mean, look at Creality. They're probably one of if not the largest seller right now of consumer grade 3D printers.
Yeah.
I mean, they got everybody smoked. They got to be beating Prusa and everybody now.
Yeah, but I mean, when was that last year?
Dude, I can barely hear you.
Oh, 1 second.
There you go.
Yeah, I had to turn my mic down because I was having a backfeed at that time when Mr. D was watching Sean's video there.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, I could hear you, but it was really quiet.
Yeah, no, I mean, but last year, what was that? You know, Creality was bringing out a new printer, and it was costing a little bit less than the Ender 3 or something like that. And everybody was saying, well, why do you want to buy that when the Ender 3 is much better?
Yeah.
What was that? The CR20 or what was that?
I don't know. Oh, the CR10 Mini.
It's CR10 Mini, yeah. Yeah, and then they had a problem, you know, trying to figure out what to do there.
Well, the CR10 Mini is actually more expensive than the Ender.
Yeah.
The only real advantage of the CR10 Mini is it's a dual screw Z, from what I understand.
Uh-huh.
That's really the only difference between the two. I don't know. I don't have one, but that's all I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because Chuck has both.
Yeah.
And he actually, from what I understand, he never came outright and said it, but I think he likes the CR10 Mini more than he likes the Ender.
Hasn't he done a comparison video already?
He did a side-by-side. He didn't really say which one was better.
Yeah.
He's got all three, I think, now. He's got an Ender Pro, an Ender, and a CR10 Mini. Actually, I think he's got a couple CR10 Minis now.
Yeah. He's got a couple of CR10 Minis, and that means he likes that one a little bit more than the Ender, huh?
Yeah. Do you see the new G Create?
No, not yet.
They had they were posting all over Facebook last night because as of the new year they had the page blocked out, and this is our new thing. It's just another massive Prusa like all of them, and I'm sure it's nice, but it's $5,000 or $4,000. Wow. I mean, don't get me wrong, the thing is just immaculate. It's all, linear rails and multiple motors and bigger motors than most, consumer grade printers are. But I'm sorry, I could probably buy like a CR10 and replace every freaking part but the actual frame and get it better for still less money. They do I think they have their own hot end, don't they? Which I hear is actually pretty good.
From Creality? Yeah.
Not Creality, G Create.
Yeah.
It's funny because G Create was the first one to build the big, i3 style printer. They were doing it long before Creality was.
Oh yeah. I mean
if I had $4,000 to buy one, I probably would, but I don't. That's just a ridiculous amount of money for a printer. I mean, it's huge. It's 2 foot tall printing area. Which the other thing is that it just seems the 2 feet swinging back and forth on a swinging bed.
Yeah.
I'd probably go with a Raise 3D before I'd go with that. The Raise 3D is cheaper. Then it's a full enclosed. You can print anything with it. Oh, and the other big news that happened last night. This is a big one. SolidWorks is following Autodesk. They now, as of last night, have a maker-free version of SolidWorks.
Really?
Yep, free. Just like Autodesk does with Fusion. You have to re-up it every year, but you get a 1-year license as a maker for free. I might have to try it. Although I really don't like SolidWorks. The few times I started playing with it, it wasn't great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a special code to get it. I'll go find it. You know what? I'll go find it right now. But yeah, SolidWorks for free is People don't realize that Autodesk and Fusion has Autodesk is like quadrupled their paid base since releasing their free version, because people like us use it, and then they go get a job and they go, I know how to use Fusion. So the company goes, okay, we'll buy Fusion. It's cheap. You know, they already have SolidWorks, but SolidWorks is what, 10 grand a year?
Well, that's
the average company.
That's how Apple and Mac got their start. I mean, they were giving the computers away to schools.
Yep.
So the kids were using them in the schools, and then once they got out on their own, they said, well, hell, I know how to use these, and that's what they bought.
Yeah, it's worth the extra money.
Yeah.
Too bad they weren't smart enough to keep doing that.
Yeah.
Now they're just money grubbing freaking pigs. Yeah, I'm going to pop the link in a second here. I got to find it again.
918B maker code.
Where the hell are they reading it? Of course, my computer's going ultra slow now because I got video going in the background. So it won't do anything fast.
Hey, Mr. D.
Yep.
In the Hangout channel, I just posted an AliExpress link. Take a look at that printer.
Come on, computer. I need a new freaking computer. This is just getting nuts with the video card.
Mario's asking, what do you think about this one?
Here's the download.
I don't know about that part.
Come on. Stop this
I mean,
crap.
when I see those print heads, I'm thinking about what is that, Ultimaker style?
It's not going to let me post the freaking link because it's too long.
Yeah.
I had the same problem. You posted in the Discord chat, or posted here in the Hangout chat.
Well, you know what? I can post it direct because it's trying to do the Facebook add-on and crap.
Oh.
Actually, that printer is...
It's SolidWorks.com.
And I would say that's a printer to kind of stay away from.
/maker /download.
I don't see anything that's heavy duty enough on that thing to... It's a bench sheet metal top frame on 8mm rails.
918 maker.
Then the bed frame is just bent sheet metal. I don't know.
And you have to go to that.
They've got bigger, but they've got... That's a strange way of putting 10mm rods caddy corner from each other, and then the Z motors caddy corner from each other.
Yeah. The SolidWorks link is the download. You have to go to that spot because it's an educational version of SolidWorks. It's not a full version.
Yeah.
And you have to use that code to get the maker discount, get the maker license right now. But at least they're doing it.
And it looks
now,
like
I haven't done it yet. This is just what I've read. So if something goes wrong, don't blame me. I haven't done it yet. I'm going to do it later today. I just don't want to bother now. This is a big download.
Yeah.
Yeah, SolidWorks is huge. That's the other thing I don't like about SolidWorks as much as Fusion is it's a massive app. Fusion's like 60% on your computer, 60% or 40% cloud. So it's not all on your computer. So I'd prefer it all on my computer most of the time, especially with my crappy internet.
Al wants to know if SolidWorks will save STL files.
SolidWorks does save STL files supposedly, but I don't know if this maker version does or not. It's a light version of SolidWorks, from what I understand.
Light version of SolidWorks for hobbyists.
Yep.
Foreign SolidWorks, the thread for light version of SolidWorks for hobbyists and inventors. Blah blah blah.
No, I actually think Fusion is more user friendly. To be honest with you, I've played with SolidWorks. They're very similar. If you can use one, you could probably use the other. They're very similar. It's just like
Sorry, the page you wanted could not be found.
what's that?
Huh?
What's that?
Oh, wait a minute. Copy. Da, 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 da. Delete. Let's try that again. And
There you go, Rover. That's the one. Oh, what am I missing? The SW? Oh no, you got to do the maker one. This won't. This won't. This is a different one.
try now. What is it?
You actually have to have that because the maker one's slightly different than the old educational one. Oh no,
Yeah.
that says hobbyists, military students, and sponsor. No, maybe that is the same one.
I don't know. The link
It's
didn't
weird.
work.
It's a different link than mine goes to.
That's on.
Or is it?
Can you
No, it goes
post?
to the same page.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to
Same
say. That's the same.
It goes to the same page. And you need that code to get the license, whatever I did with it. 918 maker. And from what I understand, it does have to be all caps too. No, I'm not positive of that because, like I said, I haven't done it yet. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'll probably play with it. I'm not going to download it now because then I won't get anything done on my computer because between the video and it downloading, my computer will go, screw you. I'm old and tired and I don't want to work like that no more. All I even need for this thing is a graphics card. The graphics on this thing are so slow. Wonder if they could put one of them external graphics and Genox boxes on this thing. Everyone's like, oh, they're so expensive. I'm like, yeah, but they're still cheaper than a whole new computer. There's really nothing wrong with my computer other than it doesn't like to draw anything on the screen anymore.
Yeah. Cool. I'm downloading it now.
Yeah, I played with SolidWorks, oh God, 5-6 years ago. I got a copy temporarily at one of the jobs I was at, and I played with it for like a month. And from what I remember, I would still say Fusion is easier. Fusion's got way more stuff too. I mean, Fusion does all the metal bending and CNC stuff and the patchwork and all that crap. That SolidWorks is strictly modeling. If you go into the model section of Fusion and you do SolidWorks, they're the same. Again, I don't know how it was a long time ago that I used SolidWorks, but Fusion does like fillets and chamfers and stuff like that 100 times faster and easier than SolidWorks. There's a few other things. Now, there's other stuff that SolidWorks does better. I don't think SolidWorks, I mean, their interface is like kind of Windows 98-ish. Their Fusion's much more updated and pretty, but really who cares about the pretty interface as long as it works? Yeah, it was right around then when I got it too, because my company got it for a short time. They only had it for like 6 months. They're like, this is a waste of money. We're not using it. We were still using AutoCAD back then.
So I clicked on hobbyist and said download, and they sent me right to the download page.
Yeah. When you register it, though, you have to use that code, that 918 maker.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you only get a 60-day use. You have to use a 918 maker to get to 1 year or some crap like that. Again, I haven't done it yet, so it's just what I read.
Okay. Yeah, but it was only 28 megabytes to download.
Yeah, no, that's for the installer.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like 15 or 20 gig on your hard drive at least. It's huge. I remember when we were doing it back in the, again, it was like 2004, 2005. We got a hold of a copy. We had a computer just for it with our drive on it, and it pretty much filled the drive. All that computer did.
Yeah, can it be that what was to download is 2018 version?
I don't know.
Yeah, because it says
again, I haven't done it yet, so I don't know.
No, I'm doing it right now. It says 2018.
Yeah. Well, I think they made a version just for this. I think you'll find it's a stripped version of them.
Yeah, but the problem is by registering, asking for a serial number. Although I said
Cam, what? Oh, the cam on SolidWorks? Yes, I heard cam doesn't even work in SolidWorks.
They send you a serial number for cam.
Yeah, everyone says don't use it though. Mario was just saying the same thing. Don't use the cam. If you're gonna do cam work, use Fusion.
Yeah.
SolidWorks is terrible. Again, I don't know. Odessa. I haven't done it yet. I'm just giving you the information because I read it and I figured you guys might want to check it out.
Okay. They send you a serial number with it, with the email. They sent me an email with student works.
Yeah, it is a student. Their student edition. Their new student edition and the maker edition are supposed to be the same thing. They always had a student edition that was free or really, really cheap. And it was not stripped, but it was minus some of the higher end features that SolidWorks can do.
Who's that? 902?
3 gigabyte.
That's it?
Yep. It's 3.005. Well, it's 3005 megabyte.
I'm uninstalling the free version. Why? What do you got? The full paid version?
No, this is.
No, I'm looking at the chat. I'm going to download it later when I'm more alive and awake. I'm not going to say I'm hungover from last night, but I'm definitely dragging ass.
Hey, I didn't even drink and I'm dragging ass today.
I can't believe I drank the whole freaking bottle by myself. I mean, I'm not a big drinker anyways. And I'm usually smashed. I buy this stuff and I go down to my neighbor. We hang out. Usually, nights or weekends, I'll go down and hang out with them. And me and their mother will drink one bottle between the two of us. And I'll wake up like, blah, the next day. Again, not hungover necessarily, but
just
kind of dragging ass. I drank that whole freaking bottle by myself. Surprised I'm not puking. I am far from a big drinker. I have like 2 rum and cokes and I'm wasted.
It's been a long time since I've been.
Well, you don't drink at all anymore, right?
No. Well, it's kind of hard to when you're.
Yeah. Well, that's what stopped me when I first broke my neck. I was doing so much morphine and
that's like
I was eating Darvocets and Percocets like chiclets for crying out loud.
Oh, those things, yeah. Well, these are 80 milligrams of extended release morphine sulfate, so.
But that's not really. Morphine sulfate ain't like regular morphine.
Well, this is.
It kind of drowns you out, but it doesn't. It's not like they used to give me. They gave me liquid morphine in a drop bottle when I broke my neck. That's morphine. That you put a freaking 2 drops on your tongue and you're like,
yep.
Wow, the world is awesome.
Yeah. Okay, that's around about 10 gigabytes in stuff that it's going to be downloading.
You know, it's funny. They say doing drugs like morphine and stuff, introduce people to these drugs and make them into drug addicts. I'll tell you the truth. Once I've taken morphine, all other drugs are like pointless, and I don't do them anymore. I am not kidding you.
You talking about the morphine? What do you think?
When I used to take morphine when I broke my neck, that made me stop taking drugs.
What do you think this is right here? That injects 15 milligrams of morphine every hour through my skin 1 week long.
Yeah, well, it's absorbing over time, but yeah.
Yeah.
No, when I did those drops, I had 2 or 3 drops on my tongue, and
Mario,
that's a whole different world, man.
Well, you can feel it just go through your body.
Yeah.
It even stops you from breathing for a couple of seconds.
And it's a little different than everyone's like, oh, it kills the pain. It does not kill the pain.
No.
The number one thing about morphine is it doesn't kill the pain. It just makes it so you don't give a crap. It just alters your whole attitude. You still feel it. Pain's still there. You just like, I don't care.
Something like that. Because, that can't be. It's supposed to be a painkiller, and I still have pains without.
Morphine is not actually a painkiller. Morphine is an attitude adjustment. Well, that's all it really is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, but hey, check the chat. I mean, Mario has had a good comment there. They have brownies with green stuff for dessert.
Yeah, brownies with green stuff. Yeah, I've done that too.
Yeah, the brownies are tasty. It kills the pain receptors.
Yeah, it really doesn't. When I was taking morphine, I was still constantly in pain. I just didn't care.
Yeah.
Well, my big thing is I miss a dose. You can, after a while, you get that breakthrough pain, and boy, it's hard getting back to the point where it's
so funny. I busted everything, broken everything. I got freaking fake legs. My left leg is stainless steel. Broken my neck. You think I could get any of this crap anymore? No, I got to fight and kick and scream to get a muscle relaxant, let alone, an opioid.
Oh, man.
Well, the funny thing is they go to doctors, and, of course, they piss test you and all that.
Yeah.
Not me.
And, I mean, I've been, out with disability, never did I ever have anything come back on any of my tests that was inconsistent.
Couple of months ago, when I was in the hospital because of appendicitis, hey, they found out. Okay, you got that fast? Okay. Here's a bottle. We need a piss test.
Hey, how do you have your gun license on that?
Huh?
How does he have a gun license when he's taking morphine?
It's prescribed.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to have it. It's just like here, or at least in Connecticut. Any major opioid for long term, not just short term, but long term, or if you get your pot license here in Connecticut, because pot's legal here under medical. If you have either one, you cannot have a gun.
Are you kidding?
No, it actually makes sense because you get some people that start taking that crap. They should not be carrying a gun around.
Yeah, because
and it's not even that they're going to hurt someone; they're going to hurt themselves.
Yeah, because they're flying high,
Well,
yeah,
and that's kind of the thing. A lot of these states, a lot of people don't realize they go and they get their pot card so they can buy pot, and you start reading the 4473 form that you fill out to buy a firearm. It says if you're doing anything illegal, so basically anybody that gets on there and checks no when they should be checking yes, they've now lied on a federal document.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing is even if it's legal in your state, it's still illegal federally. You can't carry a firearm.
No. Well, you can't even own. You cannot even possess. Right. And legally, you can't even walk into a store that carries firearms.
Yeah, and I'm not I don't know. I think that's a little harsh.
Yeah.
I think they need to, but I think it's right. I mean, there's guys I know that are like you that are taking, painkillers on a daily basis. And there's no way in hell I want them owning a firearm.
Yeah, Dwayne, that means, for example, if I was over there visiting you and you had such regulations in that state, and I wanted to go over to a gun shop, take a look at some air guns, and you're taking me over there. Normally, I wouldn't be able to walk in that store because of my morphine.
No, not here. I mean,
no, you can't walk into the store. Now, the air guns and stuff are not sold in gun shops here, at least here in Connecticut. Like airsoft guns and all of those, air-powered BB guns, those aren't sold in a regular firearm store.
I'm talking about something like Air Force Texan or FX air guns. We're talking about those that can go up to a 50 cal.
Yeah, if it's air-powered, it's not sold in a regular gun shop here in Connecticut.
Yeah, they can be sold anywhere.
Yeah, you can go to Walmart to get that thing.
Wow.
The dollar store can sell them if they want to.
Yeah.
It's not a firearm per se.
As long as it's not using black powder basically to project the projectile, they don't care.
Yeah.
Which is another thing that's kind of stupid because there's BB guns out there that are just as freaking lethal now as guns are. Oh, I swear to God, some of them paintball guns are just as lethal. Them things freaking hurt when they hit you.
You playing around with those?
Yeah, my neighbor used to be big into it. So
yeah.
Why do you
think joke one time? I didn't realize he was making fun of me, but as a joke one time, because we got a big open space out behind us, so it's like 400 or 500 acres. He's like, "Oh, let's go out and play with the paintball guns." I'm like, "Cool." So he's got like 4 or 5 of them. Well, he grabs his 2, and then he hands me these 2. First off, he's got these 2 like rifles, and he hands me these 2 little pistols. I'm like, whatever, it's paintball. I mean, I knew they hurt, so I had like 3 layers of sweatshirts on and coveralls, and I knew I was going to get whacked. And we had face shields and everything. Well, he's got these things that shoot at like 9 million yards. And he gives me these 2 little pistols. You pull the trigger, and it comes out of the barrel and just drops to the ground.
Come on now.
I'm not kidding. I don't think those things could have shot, 10 yards accurate. I don't think they could have shot 10 yards. They literally, you could see it. You pull the trigger, and you could see it drop.
Nah, to be fair, he should have had a pistol and a rifle, and you a pistol and a rifle.
Yeah, no, it was just a big joke because I was making fun of him too. I mean, we were just goofing off. It was his birthday. He got a bunch of the pellets or something for his birthday. So me and him went out there, and I come back, and I've got literally like 1,000 freaking paintball freaking wax on me. He's got like 2. It was fun though. I mean, I had fun. I didn't care. It does hurt though. I tell you what, I had welts all up and down my arms and in my chest after that. Like days.
Ouch.
Them things freaking hurt when they hit you.
I
had layers on. I mean, I didn't have actual padding on, but I think I put 3 sweatshirts on and 2 t-shirts and and coveralls. They wore a full pair of coveralls when I did it. Long gone. I mean, it was cold out too. So
we grew up before paintball and airsoft.
Yeah, well, I did too. We had BB guns.
Just go out and use BB gun wars.
Yep.
Oh.
BB gun or bottle rockets. That was our big thing. We used to have bottle rocket wars out in the woods.
Yep.
Everyone buys like 10 or 15 packs of bottle rockets, and you go out in the woods. I'll never forget a friend of mine. We're having a bottle rocket war, and he's got his in his pocket, in his front pocket of his shirt. And he got hit directly in the pocket by one of us. And it lit off all of them in his shirt. And, the normal thing to do would be to grab him and take him out of your shirt. No, he's going like this.
Oh.
Well, of course, as you well know, all that does is make the sparks fly and more light up. And there's, dude, he had a burn on his tit that was so bad. We had to take him to the doctor. I mean, he burned himself good.
Ouch.
He literally, I think he had 25 or 30 of them still in his pocket when it went off, and they cooked them all up, like right around his breast, up over his shoulder.
A buddy of mine came over. I mean, I was still in grade school at that time. He came over. He had a BB gun, you know, and we was sitting in my backyard. We were shooting at cans and stuff like that. And he said, "Hey, you want to see something really funny?" And he lived completely all on the other side of this one house that was between us. Yeah, and there was an old lady there. She was working in the garden. You know what he did? He went over to the fence. Yeah. Stuck the barrel right between the little bamboos that were, it was like a full coverage fence. Stuck it in between there. Shot that old lady in the butt. She started screaming. I don't know in what language that was. It wasn't Mexican. It wasn't English. I think she might have been, Russian or whatever. Yeah. And then all of a sudden he took off. Yeah. And I'm standing there. What? Yeah. What? And he's gone. Yeah. I was just playing around. About a half hour later, policeman came over to me, started asking me questions. Yeah. I said, "Hey, what? What happened?" I was acting dumb. He said, "Yeah, that lady next door, she got hit in the butt by a BB gun." And I said, "Well, I'm sorry about that, but I don't own one. I don't have one." Which was true, but I couldn't say, "Hey, go over to the next door. There's a young guy over there. He has one, and he shot her in the butt." I couldn't. I wasn't that type of guy back then, and I still ain't one of those type. But oh man, he went over there to the fence, booms. Pumped that thing up a couple of times and shot her right in the butt. She started screaming and cussing, and I don't know how many different languages. Oh yeah.
Anyway, I think I'm gonna hit the road and go download SolidWorks.
Yeah.
I can't do both on this computer.
I'm at 68% now from download.
Yeah.
Check that out.
I'm out. I'll be back later, probably.
No problem, Tom.
See
Okay,
you.
have a good one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but anyway, what else are you up to today there, Mr. D? You ain't got nothing running today?
Not yet. I got some things I want to run.
Yeah.
But I ended up, let's see. Oh, I'll see if I can bring this up and show you. The cabin we got that my buddy has down in the swamp.
Yeah. Well, I only see gray.
It'd help if I opened up OBS.
Probably.
Yeah, it would help if I opened OBS.
Yeah. That was the problem. That was the problem that I had this morning when I started the Hangout. I was like, oh, wait a minute, gray screen. Wait a minute, I gotta start up OBS.
Yep. There it is.
Wow.
The thing of it is this spot over here.
Yeah.
That's here's the main deck, and then there's like 3 steps that goes down, and there's another deck.
Yeah.
And this spot's generally 3 to 5 foot off of the water.
Uh-huh. I was just about to say, is that something you have to get to with a boat?
Oh, now it is.
Oh, man. Yeah. What's he going to do now? Gonna have to wait
Well-
until everything goes back and dries up, and then check it to see if he has to replace anything underneath, huh?
Oh, it's 90% of the wood that's underneath it is all cypress, so it's not going to rot.
Yeah.
I mean, that cabin was made to be in that swamp.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, where that little piece is there, that's usually where the water runs in front of the cabin. In fact, this tree that's kind of right there,
Yeah.
that's right on the edge of the water.
Uh-huh.
And now it's underwater.
Oh, man.
And that pine tree that's up next to it, that's where I usually park, right there next to that tree.
It looks like you're going to have a problem trying to park there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Allison, there are people that would kill for that place. Only if it has internet.
Yeah, no, say there's no internet down there.
Is there even electricity there?
Yeah, when we bring the generator down.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, we're talking this is down in the swamp.
Yeah. That's where you would, after getting out of the car, that's where you'd normally go up, right?
Yeah, yep. There's the front steps and then there's the side steps there.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, this is actually to get down here into this spot, you're about 8 miles off the main road.
Wow.
Well, let me rephrase that. It's about 5 miles off the roads that runs down through the state forest lands.
Yeah. Is that cabin in the area from State Forest or what?
They actually own a piece of the land down in the middle of the state forest lands.
Wow.
They've owned it for many, 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 many years.
Not bad at all.
And we go down there and do all kinds of shooting and fishing. And
I mean, that'd be a nice place, to camp out, just hang the fishing line out and then see if you can get some kind of a bass or trout or something like that,
Oh, we put the trout lines out, the limb lines.
Yeah.
For catfishing.
Uh-huh. That's one thing I haven't tried is catfish.
Yeah, it's good.
I've had trout. I've had bass, big mouth bass, smallmouth bass. I've had both. Yeah.
But I mean, you got, you'll have gar that swim up there that are 5.5 foot long.
A what?
Gar.
Oh, a gar. Uh-huh. Yeah, can you eat those?
Yeah, gar is actually very good. The meat's very good.
Oh, yeah?
They're hard to cut up now.
Land-based SolidWorks installation begins in 7/6. Uh-huh. It's finished with the download. Now it's going to be doing the installation.
Yeah, the skin on the gar just a little heavy.
That's something you better peel off and just eat.
You need almost an axe to chop through the skin. I mean, it's like armor plating.
Uh-huh. That means at the table you get a saw and a fork, huh? Instead of a knife and fork.
Well, yeah, once you get through the skin and cut the fillets out, they're really good, but just trying to clean them, it's a pain.
Uh-huh.
Like I said, we generally use the hatchet to be able to take the heads off, and then I've got an actual it's like a gut hook. It's off of a big old machete to pull it down and cut through the skin down the backbone.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Al's saying catfish is good. Sometimes tastes a little like dirt though, but he loves catfish.
Yeah, all depends on catch them in cooler waters, warmer waters, how big they are. I mean,
yeah,
we always go down and catch the blue cats that are anywhere from 5 to about 20, 25 pounds.
Ooh, okay. I can remember in my young years as a teenager, when we were living in Mesa, Arizona. I was always driving on the weekends with buddies. We had our motorcycles, camping gear, and everything. Yeah, I had my bow and arrows. I also had fishing arrows, so that I could go out into Saguaro Lake. It was about I don't know. It took us about a half an hour to get over to Saguaro Lake, down way below from mid Saguaro Lake, Palo Verde River. Yeah, that was down below the Saguaro Lake.
Yeah, there you go.
Holy cow! I've never caught anything as big as that. That's for sure.
113 pounds.
And that's a catfish.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and that's not even some of the biggest ones.
Yeah.
I mean, there's about the normal ones that we catch.
I haven't even caught a bass that was that big. I think the bass that I caught was about half the size.
Yeah.
And that was big.
Yeah, we catch them all the time like this.
Oh, man. Takes you a while to get them on board, huh?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. There's
record-sized blue catfish.
Yeah, that one was last year, I believe it was. No, that's saying 2000. That's 140 pounds. The guy broke the record by 3 pounds. Was 143 pounds. That was just caught last spring.
Wow.
But yeah, 143 pounds it was. This one says tip the scales at 136. 109 was before. Yeah, they beat the one they caught this spring was about 3 pounds heavier than the last record.
Yeah. Wow. No, but the bass and trout that I caught down there in the Palo Verde River, they were long nets so big as that,
Yeah.
They're maybe about, I think, biggest that I ever caught. Something like that right there, what you got.
Yeah, there's the blue cats. We catch those all the time.
Yeah. I mean, we caught 2 or 3 of those, and that was more than enough, for a dinner on an open campfire. Nah, but we always had a good time. I mean, just about every weekend that we had that was free, where we was going down there camping out for the weekend,
Yeah.
Only thing we had to worry about every time was just make sure that the tent was closed up and that your sleeping bag was closed up when you're not in there. Otherwise, you might come into your tent, open up your sleeping bag, and a rattlesnake would come out and say hi, That was the only thing we had to worry about.
Well, there's definitely snakes around here.
Yeah. I remember one time I had to get out of my tent, grab my bow, grab an arrow, and shoot a rattlesnake that was sitting there next to the tent that a buddy had. Oh yeah. That's a nice long skin.
Yeah, this one was 4'9".
Yeah.
And the funny thing about it is that's all he had for a rattle.
I haven't found one with a rattle like that in Arizona.
I've got another one downstairs, and I got to cure it, but that's got 13 buttons on it.
Uh-huh.
But this one, he's only got 2 button sections and no actual rattles.
Wow.
my buddy's dad almost stepped on him.
Oh man.
He was just laying across the trail.
Huh? Yeah, Scott's saying he could make some nice wallets from that.
Actually, I'm going to be doing grips for my pistol.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when was that? A couple of months ago.
I started. Yeah.
Yeah.
I printed my forms.
Yeah. There you go.
My forms. I've got to get the epoxy to mount them.
Uh-huh.
But I've got enough skin there. I've actually I got to make about 5 more sets of forms. So because I've got enough skin, I measured it out for about 6 sets.
Yeah. You got a couple of buddies that want a set like that too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not bad at all.
No.
Not bad at all. Oh, that one's making hills and valleys already. Like, I don't know what.
Oh, what do you call it? The old Xylotech was very, very good to me.
Xylotech?
Yep.
Yeah. Did Crystal check your order that you already posted?
Yep.
Yeah. What did she say about that?
Hold on there. See if I can. Let's see if I can share this with you.
Ow! Damn it. Oh, man. I must have been laying stupid last night in the bed. My back between my shoulders is killing me. Oh, man. Every time I move, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Let me see if I can get this on.
I think instead of getting up, all I have to do is just lock me on, and then I can take a look up there in the corner what my printer is doing. I mean, it would have been a lot faster, you know, if I started off printing one and then print the next and then print the next, you know.
Yeah.
But I thought, nay, those are 3 small pieces, no problem at all. Print them all at once. And it said it'd take about 8.5 hours to print that. And because there's no type of building parts on it or something like that, you know, it's just you know, like rock formation or something like that. I was thinking, nah, come on, you can print that like you normally do.
Well, the thing of it is, the order total,
yeah,
was $332.
Yeah.
And they ended up they ended up throwing in the 8 rolls of film.
Yeah.
And it ended up being $202.
Wow.
So it went from $332 down to $202.
Well, that's not bad at all.
Don't get $130 off a $300 bill.
Hell, that's not bad at all. I mean, I wish I could go over to one of my filament suppliers or go to a filament supplier and convince him to be a supporter, you know?
Yep.
And say, hey, first off, I need 5 rolls of white to keep going with my projects. And then I need something like 10 rolls or 5 rolls of a silver gray, and then 10 rolls of a gold copper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing of it is now they got the rolls that are $13.85 a roll.
Yeah.
Normal price. If I want them for myself, I can get them. It's like $8.20.
Yeah, that's a good
$8.20
price.
a roll. And if I order them for the kids,
Yeah,
then it's $4.35.
that's cool.
So it's $4.35 a roll.
Yeah.
Which, of course, that's like I said. I'm not going to abuse that privilege. That if I want it, then I'll,
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
eight something a roll is not bad,
Yeah. No, I mean, even if you have to order some filament for yourself and then order some for the makerspace down below, because that's got to be there by the end of the week, because on weekend you got some kids coming over,
Yeah, they're sending me 8 rolls, so
Yeah.
that's they just where is it? They had the
Yeah, they making sure that all of the 8 rolls are PLA, or is there a couple of different rolls in there that might be for you, with special type of filament,
they're she said found quite a bit of open rolls.
Anyone here from Mike yet? No.
It says we'll be sending you 8 spools to begin with. A green, a white, fluorescent blue, fluorescent red, silver, milky white, a PETG clear, and a highlighter yellow.
Yeah.
So 7 rolls of PLA and then 1 roll of a PETG clear.
Wow.
So that'll be good to start with for the kids.
Yeah, really. But that PETG, that was a neon blue, right?
The PETG is a clear.
Clear. Okay. Now neon blue, that would be cool.
Yeah. Yep. Green, white, fluorescent blue, fluorescent red, and highlighter yellow.
Yeah. Yeah, you already checked that out. I mean, that was a bright yellow. That'd be interesting to see how bright it is after it's printed,
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd love to get a roll or 2 from neon blue.
Yeah, they'd have the
and then go and print all the print all the parts for my larger hypercube in that color, including the print head and everything.
Yeah.
And then when that thing's finished and printing, just imagine it loads up during the day or when you got lights on, and then for example, you turn off the lights and then all you can see is just the corners lighting up, and you see that print head going back and forth and moving around.
Well, this is it's not a glow in the dark. It's just what they call fluorescent. Like this one's a deep blue.
Yeah.
That's a nice blue.
Oh yeah. I mean, I like that color too.
And then they got here's the light blue.
Nah.
That's the fluorescent blue.
Oh, that's the fluorescent. Ah, okay. Why does it have to be a light blue? Why can't it be a dark blue?
Any of your fluorescent colors are going to be your lighter.
Yeah.
But they've got bronze, they got gold, silver,
wood,
gunmetal silver.
Gunmetal silver. Man, I'd love to get a little bit of that, take a look and see what how my parts would come out with that, with that gunmetal silver. I'm pretty sure that'd look a lot better compared to that gray silver that I was always using.
Well, they got this that I can get it. It's $10 a roll.
Carbon fiber. Yeah.
Yep, the carbon fiber PLA.
Yeah.
And then over here is that Here's that fluorescent green and that fluorescent yellow.
Yeah. But how does that gunmetal gray? How does that look?
Let me go back to it. Oh, there's the highlighter yellow.
Uh-huh.
Or where is it? Is it? I'm not sure. I think this is the highlighter yellow. Yeah, highlighter fluorescent yellow. It's a bright color.
Yeah, definitely.
Let me go back to the see what the gunmetal gray looks like. That's carbon. Gunmetal silver.
Gunmetal silver. Wow.
That's nice.
It is a nice one. I bet you that spaceship model that I got from Malik.
Yeah, that'll look good in that.
Yeah, really. I probably need 2 or 3 rolls of that one. What is that? Yeah, that's a 1 kilo. Yeah. I mean, even with hardly any infill, I'd still need something like 2.5 rolls of that. It would be nice if he would send me a couple of rolls of that, and say, okay, Don, I'll send you this, but make sure you make a review and show what you printed with that.
Look at that ceramic white.
Wow.
That's a bright white.
Yeah. Now, I see now I'm going to have to try and get in touch with a couple of filament suppliers that are either here in Germany or over there in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And see, what can be done. Only problem is with the filament suppliers over there in the Netherlands. Well, the minimal price that they have for a 1 kilo roll of PLA, for example, the cheapest price is somewhere around 20 euros for 1 roll of filament.
Yeah.
And I mean that can't be true, Wow, and they got a lot of accessories over there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Their screws and stuff are very well priced.
Yeah. They got the GT2 geared.
Yeah. Yeah, they got the 2s and the 2.5s.
Yeah. Oh, that's something I got to check out too. As soon as that money is on my account, I got to get those geared rollers. How many was it that I needed? 2, 4, 6, 8. I need 8 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even this, the 200 by 400 borosilicate glass is only $15.95.
Wow.
400 by 400 borosilicate glass is $30.
Gee.
Here's the one that they're sending me.
Yeah. That 400 heated bed.
Yeah, it's a 120 volt
Yeah.
with the control relay, all the hardware.
Yeah.
And that ended up being 47 and change.
Cool.
And that's with the glass and everything.
Well, that's not bad at all.
It's 400 by 400 aluminum plate, 600 watt, 120 volt. Outside dimensions, 410, 410. It comes with 25 amp solid state relay.
Yeah.
3 millimeter borosilicate.
Yeah.
Bed leveling set includes all the screws.
Yeah.
6 aluminum clamps for screwing glass to bed, premium bed, power cord, everything.
Uh-huh. Well, that's not bad at all.
Premium bed, 120 volt, 400 millimeter heated, high temp silicone wires, 100K thermistor, 3M adhesive, blah, blah, blah. So that's everything.
Yep.
That's even the borosilicate glass and everything.
Yep.
So even at the normal price, that's not a bad deal.
No, it's not a bad deal at all.
But that'll go in the hypercube.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine that 300 by 300 BuildTak flex plate system that they have? That's 139, 149 euros for the 300 by 300.
Yeah.
And then the next size is a 320 by 340. That costs something like 169, 179 euros. And then if you want the 400 by 400, you're somewhere around 200 euros for that. And you don't even have a heated bed with it.
Now, like I said, they got this one.
419 to, what was that?
479. All depends on if you want the regular heated bed or the 120 volt bed.
Yeah.
But even the more expensive kit, the 479, I can get them for the military and the kids for, like 195.
Yeah.
For the complete kit.
No, that's absolutely cool.
Well, it's nice because they've got all the, if you go to the knowledge base, the hypercube section, they have the links for all the parts, all the STL files if you want to print out the parts.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's the 200, the 300. It's got the all of your firmware. It's got the newest Marlin already done.
Uh-huh. Assembly videos.
Yep, everything's there. There's the files. Configuration files.
Yeah.
Improved bed support files. Everything. MOSFET mounts, power supply switch. I mean, it's got, it's kind of nice that they have everything there.
Yeah.
I
That's
figured that'll be the next project.
keep saving and get the new rail core. I need it to live. Hey there, Jess. Hey there, Jesse Foreman. Happy New Year, man. Oh, yeah. Keep saving and get the new rail core. Yeah.
But this is that one's all programmed up and running. I just got to finish mounting it in the box.
Oh, that looks nice. Yeah.
That one I don't know if I'm just going to make another little small frame for the 1.5 watt engraver.
Yeah.
Or if I'm just going to do a 1 meter by 1 meter CNC.
So
it's kind
of a toss-up right now, huh?
Yeah, because I got that's the 84 ounces.
Yeah.
Oh, and
those 84 ounces, they would be good for a 400 by 400 hypercube, huh?
I won't tell you what they gave me a set of the 54s for. for a 3-pack.
3-pack? Huh?
Yeah, $4.95.
Wow.
Not each. That was $4.95 for a 3-pack.
Oh, I'd never be able to even get one for that price.
And they've been good to me. That's good though. It's going to help the kids out of the school. So
yeah.
The supposed hard to teach kids. Worst thing about it is these kids are actually a little more intelligent than most of the ones they have in the standard classes.
Yeah, they're probably classified as hard to teach because the teachers cannot bring up a topic that would interest them, you know?
Well, most of them, the kids they're to the point where they're sitting there while the teachers are teaching to the slowest kid, and they're so bored that, what are they going to do? They already know it,
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what kind of puts them in that position of being hard to teach because they get bored when they're trying to, you can't expect a kid to just sit there and get droned on the same minuscule little thing that they already understand. They're bored.
Yeah, really. I remember having that problem as a kid in school too,
Well, that's the same thing. It's, that's what I was going through. It's one of those things. I got into, high school and got in with the electronics teacher. Yeah. And we had one class, and that was basic electricity.
Yeah.
Which was doing basic house wiring, on-off switches, 3-way switches, 4-way switching, all that kind of stuff.
Was that stuff you already knew, or what was it?
Yeah, and the funny thing about it is this was a half a year class.
Yeah.
And you gave you the half of the school year to do, I think there was 12 projects. Which was simple thing. One switch, one light bulb, and then one light bulb with 2 switches, and then add just all different kinds of wiring up outlets with the top half being switched and the bottom half being on all the time. Just stupid stuff like that. And I just never did them because I already knew that.
Yeah.
And the teacher got to the point, he was like, you're going to fail the class because you haven't done any of the projects. I said, well, okay. Well, I went in, did the first project, let them check it. Well, everything was perfect, right down to the stripped wires and being bent around the screws and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, that one's fine. Get the next set of wire, go through, do the whole thing. Well, in one class, I did 10 out of the 12 projects. I mean, I just went because we had frames on the wall that looked like wall studs.
Yeah.
I wired the one project, the next project. I did 10 across the wall. I did all the projects, 10 out of the 12 in one class. And he started looking at me like, why haven't you done? I said, if you're going to get bored, it's like, hate dragging it, it's only a half a year course and trying to hold it off until the last thing because I didn't, wanted to stay there and learn.
A class that could have been done in 1 month, right?
Well, it could have been done in 4 days worth of classes. And then what it ended up happening is I made friends with the teacher and stuff, and we ended up not only doing the basic electricity, the first one, then we made number 2, number 3, and number 4. So that we went from 1 class to 4 classes.
Yeah.
Then we did electronics classes. We did electronics 1, 2, and 3. And I mean, I actually ended up helping them write the lesson plans for all the classes. Because at the time that he was working, I was learning with it. We were doing the lesson plans and everything else.
Yeah.
So the high school went from having one class, basic electricity, that was a 1/2 a year class, to having four of the electricity and 3 electronics classes.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I had an electronics class in high school. Yeah, just to fill up some time, you know. And that was just for 1 semester. First couple of weeks after, of that, and then the teacher was looking at me and like as if, then asking me, why did you decide for this course when you're sitting there all the time acting like as if you're bored? And I said, sorry about that, but I mean, if you want me to stay awake and not fall asleep because it's so boring, show me something that I don't know.
Well, the funny thing about it is from the high school, right?
Certificate of honor. Yeah, there you go.
Right?
Yeah.
Not only that, they went out and they purchased.
Wow.
The first time ever, the school.
Yeah.
They ended up actually with the electronics little electron symbol in the middle of it.
Yeah.
The teacher in the school thought enough with me helping them produce all these classes to not only give me honors in electrics and for electronics, but also going out and purchasing the specific designed metal for myself.
Cool.
Gave me.
Yeah. Hey, Rover, Happy New Year.
But I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah. In college, yeah, Rover said in college he scared 3 kids out of the electronics programs. Took over 100 kV zap across the heart. Oh man.
Well, the funny thing is I designed a bug zapper circuit.
Bug zapper circuit.
Yeah, that ended up actually being a little too hot to even use as a bug zapper. I ended up hooking it up in a barn.
Yeah.
Where the rats used to come through, and I used one of the old 1 microfarad, big old tall military can capacitors.
Uh-huh.
And feeding into that, and I put the 2 electrodes on either side of the rat hole. So as a rat would come out, and that capacitor would discharge right through the head. You'd be out working in the barn, and all you'd hear is a big crack. You'd hear that spark go, and you go in there, and there'd be a rat laying there with 2 eyeballs blowing out because it boiled and vaporized all the moisture in his head. And he had a stupid cat go in there and was curious on what I did, and he stuck his head in the hole. And
Rover said the skin turned whiter than a sheet of paper. I can imagine that.
Yeah.
Oh, bad boy.
But you got to remember one thing. When I was doing it, we were still messing with tubes.
Yeah. Yeah, just imagine when I was messing around with it, we didn't have anything else but tubes also, That was back in the beginning of the 70s when I started when I started high school. That was 1969 when I started high school.
But I was me and the teacher, we actually built our school's first computer.
Cool. Yeah, what was really cool, back then in high school, that was when was that? That was in 11th, or was that in the 12th grade? I'm not sure which one, but I had a course in computer programming, but that was crazy. That was, the school had a computer there, and that was all with Fortran. And you were sitting there punching out cards all day, the whole week long, just to set up your program,
Yep.
Oh, God. That was so crazy back then.
No, I'm not that's one thing I never say that I am is a programmer. I hate programming.
Yeah. I mean, I had fun with it. But
I'll fix the electronics all day long.
yeah.
I can care less about programming.
Yeah. I know what you mean there. I mean, leave the programming to the programmers. Fixers are for for something else.
Well, I'm more hands-on. I'm not one I get bored too quick with sitting and trying to push numbers around and program stuff.
Yeah. I mean, that's the same here, but I mean, where I did have my fun with programming, that was when I had the Commodore C64.
Yeah, I did basic stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't mind doing that, but
I mean, that was fun back then. You were not only programming, to make some kind of a game, you was also programming to make a program,
Yep.
Yeah, and I had my fun back then. I remember in the apartment we had the hallway. They had like a built-in cabinet. There was the wall. There was the wall that was between the living room on the right-hand side. There was a long wall about 5 meters long, and then they put something like 2 little cabinets on the left-hand side of that wall. In the first cabinet, because it was something like 1.50 meters wide and 2 meters long. I had a little desk in there. had a power cord in there. And had my monitor, my C64 in there, all my disk drive and everything. Had a chair in there, and if I was playing some kind of a game or something like that, right around the corner, there's the wife sitting on the table, with her mother and with her sister, having coffee or something like that, and I'd be sitting in there programming or playing some kind of a game or doing whatever, Oh man, back then, having a 24 needle printer, yeah. Oh, these things were loud.
oh yeah, the old dot matrix, man.
Those printers, they were loud.
Old Oki Data 390s. That was the old workhorse, the old Oki Data 390s.
Yeah.
I'd hate to tell you how many of those dang things I fixed. I fixed a ton of the old 390s. Yeah, I mean, when we started out, the old monitors were, the resolution on them was so crappy.
Yeah.
The old amber color monitors too. Old amber colors. Just hard on the eyes. It was nice when they went to the green screens. It wasn't too bad. Then when they went to that paper white EGAs.
Yeah. Yeah, 9-pin dot matrix. I think
9 pins. I think I still have a 9-pin.
Yeah.
I still got one of the old Commodore 9-pin.
Yeah, I could have gotten a 9-pin, or something like that, or 12 pin or whatever. No, but
24 pin.
yeah, before I bought that, a buddy of mine that had a computer shop there in Owen, he said, "Hey Don, before you buy that one, take a look at this one here. That's 24 pin." Yeah, and I was looking at that because at that time I was printing a lot of text that I had to bring the next day to work. You know, for the printing company that I was.
Oh yeah, it was a lot more readable. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I had to print up a lot of text. You know, the customer, he'd give it handwritten, and then I would have to type it up, and then brought all the sheets. You know, and then they'd take it into the dark room. They'd start mounting them on plates.
Yeah.
Photographing them and making the negatives that we needed, you know, for offset printing, you know. And I was earning some extra money from my boss for that, you know, which wasn't bad at all.
I mean, the one I had was one of the old Commodore Colors.
Yeah.
The old color printers with the 4-color ribbon that used to move up and down.
Oh,
the red, green, blue, and the black.
Yeah.
You're talking about teletype printers.
The old pin printers.
Yeah.
Old dot matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I did get one.
You hear them go ding, 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 real fast, like a teletype.
Well, I used to fix the old Model 28 teletype printers in the service.
Yeah.
So I tried downloading that SolidWorks.
Yeah.
That's a bust.
Mine downloaded, and then let's see.
No, there's other reason, which I'm making a video, so you'll have to watch my video about it.
Yeah, no, I downloaded it, and then I started the installation. Then it started downloaded from the setup from the installation. Downloaded everything, and now it's doing the real installation, and it's only at 88% right now.
Yeah, mine's already fully installed.
Wow. Yeah. I only
gave all my years in software. Read the user agreement.
Yeah, no, from the email that I got, it had 2 serial numbers in it. One for the CAD and one for CAM. And I only put
user agreement.
Yeah, I only put in the serial number for the CAM, for the CAD.
Did you read the user agreement?
Yeah.
That's one thing I've learned with all these software licenses, like Onshape was halfway decent. I was actually getting ready to learn Onshape, and they changed their user agreement, and I never bothered after that.
SolidWorks.
The very last line in their user agreement.
Uh-huh.
All models will be watermarked.
Huh? First computer, Japan 1980 Sanyo MBC 2000 CPM based OS dual floppy, over $3,500. Yeah.
There it is.
SolidWorks. Yay.
That's
Wow.
it.
Yep. Make a model in it. Go ahead.
Already set up and running, huh?
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. Man, see there, you got a fast internet.
Well, he's got a fast computer too.
Yeah. Well, mine is not the slowest. I got a 6-core, 3,200 gigahertz processor in there. Only problem is I don't have enough RAM for it, and I need a different graphic card for it.
Yeah, that's the biggie. Honestly, most of the time, the processor these days is less important than the graphics card.
Yeah.
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 Most processors over like 2.5 gig are more than fast enough to do anything we do today. I'm running an antique 2.4 gig Mac, and it does everything I need except for graphics. The processor never bogs until the graphics bogs it.
Yep. Yeah, that's all integrated graphics too.
Yeah, well, that's just it. If you can have a slower processor and a faster graphics card in today's world, and it's more than enough. for the average user. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Oh, I got like this big Intel, 4.6 gigahertz, and yet it's still slow as piss." It's like, well, that's because your graphics card is like from the 70s.
Yeah. Yeah, my major problem is the graphic card, because my graphic card only has 1 gigabyte on it.
Yeah.
And
Well,
you
1 gig on a graphics card is plenty.
not when you're running 2 monitors and you're running Pro Video Studio, OBS, and whatever.
OBS is a draw on your processor more than a graphics card. OBS, even though it's drawing, it draws off the. Well, maybe not. Just what it's doing to me.
Yeah, no.
It might be different.
I got OBS open. I got the Hangouts open. I got Discord open. And then if I want to take a look at an STL file with a 3D builder, forget it.
Yeah.
Oh, mine was no problem with that.
Yeah, no, my computer will freeze up at that moment, and then the only thing I can do is just press the reset button on my computer and wait for it to completely boot.
I've got 2 instances of Octopi running, 2 things of Cura running.
Oh, on the computer or on a Pi?
No, on the computer here.
Yeah, I was gonna say most people don't realize you can write an Octoprint right on your computer. You really don't need a Pi.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's how when I first got my that's what got me into the whole Octoprint thing, was when I had the MP4 or the what the hell is it? Oh, the M3D, that little stupid cube, my very first computer. The only way I could get that thing to print it all is by using the Octo. They had an M3D Octoprint Micro or FIO little add-on to Octoprint. That was the only way I could get it to print. If you used the stock software, it wouldn't print. It just came out as blobs of plastic.
Yeah.
It was such a piece of junk, that thing. Oh my God. What a nightmare. The company should so be under all these good companies are going under. And that company of all companies is still alive.
Yeah. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait until, I don't know, spring or summer, something like that, when I got a little bit of money extra, and then I'm gonna take a look and see. First thing I'm gonna have to do is just wait and see how the large board comes through the customs, so that I know when I order a graphic card from China, how long that's going to take, and if it's going to be interfered with customs or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, because I got a couple of newer graphic cards with 4 gigabyte DDR5 RAM in it, and something like 49 euros.
Yeah. If I'm looking at PCs again, because the Macs are just garbage. The hardware's just, it's not worth the OS for the hardware now. The hardware's too antique. Yeah. It's not worth it for the money. So I've been looking at PCs again, and I will probably get like a quad core, Intel, maybe an i7, but I don't need anything faster than a 3 gigahertz. But I will get a massive graphics card. I will get a massive amount of memory.
What I have to watch.
I'll probably pull this drive, because this drive still smokes anything to date. I love this drive.
Yeah, no, what I have to watch out for is the connections on the graphic card, because I need 2 DVI connectors on the back of it, for both of my monitors. Yep. For the digital.
Well, I stopped doing a dual monitor. I went to the big TV, and that's just as good. Because I don't use the monitor anymore. Mine's broadcast onto I got it on my 52-inch television.
Yeah, okay, that's good enough.
I don't need 2 monitors, because that was the one thing everyone was like, how do you do 2 monitors? I've been doing, you realize the very first actual Mac, we're not talking the old Apple IIs, but the very first actual Mac was always able to do multiple monitors right off the boat. You plugged them in, it just worked. Yeah. All you needed to do was add the graphics card. You did have to add a secondary graphics card to do it, but you just and it just worked. You didn't have to set anything, no playing with software, it just saw it and said, boom, I'm going to drive 2 monitors. I used to drive 2, 3, 4 monitors all the time.
Yeah, first time I saw dual monitors, that was at a digital company where I was working at for large format printing. After my divorce, yeah, they all had Macs that set up, and one guy had 2 monitors, the other guy had 3 monitors.
Yep.
Yeah.
They didn't choke or anything.
No, they were working fast.
When Windows first started to do the dual monitors, it always choked them. The computer freaking freaked.
I remember back.
The video cards need to be matched just right with the Windows.
Yeah, I can remember back then with Windows, you even had to, if you wanted 2 monitors, you had to have 2 graphic cards in there.
You had to play games in the software. You had to do all kinds of fiddly stuff.
Yeah, I had my buddy from the computer store. He came over and helped me out. Programmed everything for me. And then the first thing he told me was make a backup from everything, just in case if something happens and you need to make restore everything again.
My first Tower Mac, I bought a graphics card that was modular. It was like unheard of. I think I spent almost $1,000 on the graphics card back in 93 or 94.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was like the king of the world at that time because you could change the processor out, you could change the memory out. It was all modular pieces on the graphics. The graphics card was just a bare card that you could plug all the stuff into, and it had video and audio, and you could change the inputs on it and all kinds of crap. That thing was awesome for its time. Now it's just like, oh my God. But the idea of it being a modular graphics card where you could do just like your regular computer, you could just stick any old Sims in there, you could just stick any old processor on it. It let you do whatever you wanted with it. I can't even remember who made that thing. God, that thing was awesome.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, okay, that is RAM for a notebook. Yeah, there we go. That's RAM. That's RAM. That's the DDR1 for graphic card.
Yeah, years ago. I sell all that crap on eBay for $20 just to get it the hell out of my house.
What's this?
Stuff around.
This is a DDR2 1 gigabyte. This is for a large format printer.
Hey, Dee, did you ever go to bed last night?
Yeah.
Because you're wearing the same shirt and you're sitting in the same spot and your dog hasn't moved.
Yeah.
Like when I left, I'm beginning to wonder if you actually went to bed last night or if you're just staying up.
No, actually, it was probably about 15 minutes, 20 minutes after you left.
Yeah.
Because I ended up taking my meds, and that was it. I was out.
Yeah, I hit that midnight hour and I was just crashing.
Huh.
Yeah, I ended up falling out.
I mean, I got off the stream and I couldn't have been 5 minutes before I was out like a light.
What? Oh, hell.
Hey, dog. Oh.
That's my girl. That's Daddy's guard dog. That's Daddy's guard dog.
Looks like a bird dog. Get that bird.
Oh yeah.
That's my miss.
Appreciate it. That's fine. Thank you.
You ready to go downstairs?
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Breakfast.
Oh yeah. Then I got something like here that's normally a notebook RAM, but it's Infineon 256 megabyte. And then I got a Samsung. Well, this one's a little bit better. This is a 4 gigabyte.
And I got so much junk, I just started tossing it.
Yeah. And that's okay. That's two gigabyte sticks in there. Let's see now.
He can only save so much junk.
Yeah.
The only problem is then somebody brings me another load of stuff. So I've got the old Hewlett Packard, the Toshiba, the other Hewlett Packard laptop.
Uh-huh.
I started tearing stuff down, getting rid of them, and then my buddy brings me 3 more laptops.
Yeah. Oh, there's something I gotta try and see if this one still works, and then I'd have an 80 gigabyte second disk in my PC. You know, I mean it's only a 2.5 inch, but yeah, if the 80 gigabytes work, why not?
Yeah, it all depends on the.
I mean that'd be enough for as a backup for all the STL files that I have on my desk right now.
Yeah, I got another small drive laying around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Nowhere it went.
Dude, I remember we were little. We had an Apple II.
Yeah.
My brother had just gotten home from the Army and went to work at EB. And EB and the sub base were having if you go in a naval base, there's like a little naval store with it's like a big discount store. Like a big thing to get access to it to get the discounts.
Yeah, right there on the main drag.
Yeah. Right in Groton. And they had the memory, maxed out memory for the Apple II. 1 megabyte was the maximum memory.
Yep.
And he got it for me for Christmas that year. I was all into the Apple IIs. And it was $1,000 for a 1 megabyte.
1 megabyte, yeah.
And that was it was like a third off at the Navy Yard, whatever it was called.
Yeah.
For a 1 megabyte memory chip. We're talking. We were just getting into the 3.5 inch floppy disks from the 5 1/4.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I used to do so much work up there.
Oh, you worked up at the EB sub base?
I used to go and install all the secure data, secure voice units on the new circuits.
Yeah.
Then I used to go right.
About closing that.
Huh?
They were talking about closing the sub base. Like, why would you close? Was it? I think it's actually the largest sub base on the East Coast. It is the largest on the East Coast. It's not the largest. It's the largest on the East Coast. You know, that's like. I mean, yeah, subs are kind of stupid now because there's satellites that can detect them like 20 miles under the sea level or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's really no hiding one anymore.
No.
Not really.
But really, the only people that can see it are, you know, China and Russia. They're really the only two. Japan. They're the only ones that have satellites up in space that can detect them. So.
Yeah, Russia and China.
Russia, China, and Japanese. Japanese have a couple up there too.
Ah, cool.
So I hear. I mean, I don't know. I don't know all the facts on it. But yeah, subs are kind of an outdated. We have so many ballistic missiles that we can pinpoint just about anything in the world from, you know, shoot it out of Arizona and hit anywhere in the world. It's like, why?
Yeah, I saw a documentation here on TV not too long ago where they were talking about, you know, satellites and spies and everything, you know. They were showing off, you know, some of the pictures that the satellites can make. You could even read the brand name of the cigarettes that were laid on the table in front of a guy that was sitting in a restaurant, you know, drinking a coffee.
Yeah, satellites, some of the military satellites are ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's how pinpoint accurate they are.
Yeah.
That's like when they were still flying the SR-71s.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things are cool.
But even that, I mean, it was amazing at the time. But you look at some of the photos those things took, and you're like, that's a pretty crappy photo.
Well,
And today,
yeah, the stuff they
compared to the stuff
released.
you can do today.
Yeah.
I mean, an iPhone takes as good of a picture as that did. It's like go up there with an airplane and just strap an iPhone onto the bottom of it.
The funny thing is, I was over working on Kadena, and the office I was in, the chief that was there was like, dang it, he says, I wish I had a clearance. He says, you can always go over and see the SR-71s get set up and talk to the pilots and watch them start up the engines before the flight.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh. Called back to the command of our CO and said, get our clearances over so we can go see the SR-71 start up. So we got to go over and watch them start up the engines and talk to the pilots and do all that kind of stuff. That was kind of neat. That was really neat.
Yeah.
But holy crud, what an aircraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why they decommissioned that thing so quickly, because there's some stuff we can update that thing to the max, and it would still be a viable plane in today's society.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, it could do things that just can't.
Yeah. I was interested in helicopters back then, you know.
Because really, all of our planes are so outdated. I mean, what was the latest one? The F-18 was designed, what, in the 60s?
F-35 was just built this year, last year or something like that.
Oh, the F-22 is basically out of date because of the F-35s.
Yeah.
And now they're even producing, in fact, they're moving
But we're not
the new version F-16s production here to Greenville, South Carolina.
Yeah, when did F-16 come out? 60s, late 70s, mid 70s?
Late 70s.
Yeah, and that's like our most current, it's still one of our most viable jets.
Well, the thing of it is, yeah, if you're talking besides Russia and China, I mean, the F-16 is just a heads over anything else that's out there.
Yeah, but it's really not. It's just old, but it still outdates. It's still better than most current things.
Well, but the newer version
has been really come up to beat
but
it.
They're already up on the ninth revision on the F-16s.
Yeah.
Which, like I said, they're doing here in Greenville, and believe it or not, the original F-16 frame that they've upgraded, there's a lot of new stuff, technology in that aircraft.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's just it. It's a good shell, you know.
It's a phenomenal platform. And just thing of it is the computers they used when they were first brought up took up so much room.
Yeah.
That now with the miniaturization and everything, they got so much more equipment they can jam into it.
Yeah.
And you jam it in there.
I mean, they're using that phased array radar that can track. I mean, they're saying it can do up to 26 different targets at a time, and that's all they release. They say that it can track at a time, but that's only because that's the amount of weapons they can handle.
Oh boy!
But it's but we get Continental Tire here. They're just picking up. They're doing Boeing's the tires for their aircraft that have moved down to Charleston. Now we got F-16s coming to Greenville, South Carolina. We just picked up Mercedes-Benz, the transit vans. They're all being made here.
Is it just me?
Huh.
Probably just me.
But yeah, South Carolina's been growing as far as manufacturing goes. Got a lot of big companies. I think it's time for another cup of coffee.
You know, I think you're right. I gotta stop drinking so damn much. Cotton my gut out. Like literally.
It tells you just the website of the 40 millimeters.
Yeah, I'm happy with the mono price upgrade with the MKS board.
Upgrading your mono price, what, mini select or
No, it's one of the Maker Select D2s.
the basic i3 cloney thing?
Yeah, yep. That's the one I got.
Reliable. That was the original low cost. The Ender 3 of its time, I'd say.
Yeah, like they said, it was sent to me because that Melzy board cooked the pin out of the heated bed thing out of the circuit board. And then the guy said, "Oh, don't worry about it. The wife." This was last year, Christmas time. Said, "Well, the wife bought me a new printer, so don't worry about sending it back." So I basically got a free printer.
All you have to do is slap a new cheap freaking MKS.
Yeah, all I did was went through and repaired the pin in the multi-layer board. And it worked right up until basically this Christmas, until it started dropping a thermistor out. It ran for a year. That ain't bad.
No, that ain't bad at all.
Got for free.
Yeah, and
Yeah, the Melton board, I've always said they are famous to run really, really well until they just don't.
until they throw their little feet up and die.
Yep. They run really, really well until they don't. And then they just plain don't.
Thing of it
Don't
is,
do anything anymore.
I hate to get rid of anything else. There's a lot of good components on here as far as the little MOSFETs and stuff. I can always use the MOSFETs to fix other stuff.
Huh.
Yeah.
Some good connectors on it. Not that I don't have enough connectors in crud already. But even just the little heat sinks and stuff that are on it.
Yeah.
Worth keeping around. Good little heat sinks. That's what I'll do is I'll pull it apart.
Yeah. If you got use for that stuff. Me, I just toss it in the garbage.
Yeah. If I don't have a use for it, usually somebody does. Especially with all the stuff the school goes through. And forever fixing stuff for those guys. It's amazing how much junk they can break.
It is like wicked warm out. Like 90-mile-an-hour wind. It's almost 60 degrees out, which is unheard of.
Yeah.
It's like 58. But it's windy as a bear out there. I can't do anything. I wanted to. It was like, all right, I'll go out and rake leaves. Yeah, right. Not happening.
It was 74 here yesterday.
Yeah, screw you.
It's supposed to be warmer today.
I was gonna say it's just where you are is too damn humid, though. I'm not good with humidity.
Installation is fit.
I can take humidity more than I can take cold and snow.
See, I can't. I'll deal with cold to a point.
No, with my back, I just can't do it. And I did it for too many years, and 6 months out of the year, I was pretty much laid up in bed, not be able to do anything because of my back. And those parts.
Cold, I can put clothes on and go out and do stuff. Humidity, you just can't get away from when you're outside.
You know what I could do is go for a bike ride though.
Yep.
My brand new bike, and I think I've ridden it 4 times in the last 9 months.
You need to get out and use it.
Hmm?
You need to get out and use it.
Yeah. My legs and neck keep saying, no, not a good idea.
You take the ATV out for a run around the neighborhood.
Wow.
You get it installed then?
Yeah, composer player, then e-drawings, and then SolidWorks 2018. But it's telling me the computer needs to do a new start. So wait.
Let me get this so I can resolder some components.
He's got a little bit of work to do.
Yeah, something to where's my solder extractor?
My remote doesn't work. Hey, I got an idea. Put batteries in it.
Oh, hey, Robert, how you doing? Happy New Year. Geeks Alive fell on New Year's Day morning. Yeah, well, it's already evening time over here. Normally, I'd say it's supper time over here, but I'm not really hungry right now.
It's like lunchtime, and I'm eating these. Yum, look, yum.
Nutter butter.
Get your credit card out. Go over there to Amazon.de and buy me a pack of them too. Huh?
Buy your own goddamn nutter butter. Nobody bought these for
You've got a hell of a lot more money than I do.
I ain't got no money.
He ain't working them.
My money's gonna go right out the table tomorrow morning when I go to get the new water tank.
Oh, you still didn't get your bladder tank?
No. Well, I did figure it out. Well, no, I got peanut butter mouth. I think there's 2 problems. One of them is the actual, little bicycle tire hose thing you actually pump it up with.
Yeah, the Schrader valve.
That was what was leaking now.
Yeah.
Luckily, when I mountain bike all the time, I had some very similar. It's not right, but I kind of rigged it on there so it's holding now.
Yep.
But it's still dropping 4 or 5 pounds every day. I got to go down there and, just hit it with a hand pump and pump it back up every day. But it's working. And I just don't feel like going anywhere near Home Depot, this weekend. I just wasn't going to do it. I'm not doing it today either. I'll go there tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock in the morning when all there is me and a bunch of other construction guys there. And get in and get out. I don't want to deal with all the little happy homeowners that have no idea what they're doing in that store.
And don't you have some type of handworks ID so that you can get a discount on it?
Huh?
Don't you have some type of handworker ID so that you can go in there early in the morning, get the stuff that you need, and then get a better discount?
I get a discount. I use my boss's credit card.
There you go.
Home Depot card. 10% discount.
Yeah,
You knocked all the remote stuff. You knocked the remote stuff.
Peanut butter, everything for the win. Yeah. Oh man.
I don't even have the chat up. I can't even see if anything's going on in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, but if I take,
I'm gonna
if I
post anyways again. Because I gotta do some stuff that I don't want to do. I think I'm gonna put some air in the tires of my bicycle because it's been like 3 months since I've ridden the thing, and it probably has no air in the tires.
Yeah. Skippy peanut butter chunk.
Yeah.
Hershey,
Actually, chunk, yeah.
yeah, Hershey's
Gotta have
three peanut butter cups, 40 times 51 grams for €28.87. Nutter butter, Nutter butter, Mars top seller box, Nestle Party box, Kellogg's Pop Tarts, Twinkies, and Ding Dongs.
You know, it's funny when I got these. This is a double-sized pack. The normal pack's half of this.
Yeah.
The normal pack was $4.29.
Yeah.
And this is $4.99.
Yeah.
For like $1 more, you get a double pack.
Uh-huh.
It's like, why would you not spend $1 more? Which is exactly why they do that. They don't want you to spend the money.
Yeah.
People don't realize most of these foods, especially junk foods, the packaging costs more than the actual food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think I'm gonna bolt. I gotta go to the bathroom and do a couple things around the yard while it's warm out.
Oh, yeah. You're not the only one there, Tom.
I'm gonna hit the road. See you.
You're not the only one.
Yeah. Get this done.
Huh?
So get my little stuff here done. I got to go down and do a little more rearranging.
Yeah. Well, I think it's almost time that we say goodbye anyway, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
And thank you all that have jumped onto the stream today. And as always, hope to see you tomorrow. Happy printing.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year too. And hope y'all have hit the like button. But I think Mike will be streaming tomorrow, so we'll see y'all tomorrow. Till then, have a nice day.